CVTV Live right here at Channel Partners, and we have with us a very special guest, the CEO of NUSO. We have Matt Siemens. Matt, how are you doing today?
Doing great, Brady. Thanks for the invitation, and I'm looking forward to having a quick chat.
I think it's going to be really interesting for people. Could you start out, maybe tell us a little bit about NUSO for the uninitiated?
Certainly. We're really a complete spectrum service provider. So everything from network services all the way through to UCaaS and even high-end applications that are API-driven and focus on what we see next, which is really messaging-focused and business messaging-focused services to be tied in with both contact center as well as unified communication services.
Now, I know a big part of the key for NUSO recently has been acquisitions. Could you talk about how that's added to the company value?
Absolutely. The team continues to grow both organically. In the last 4 years, we've grown at more than a 40% pace. But then with the acquisition, we've really actually doubled in size in the last year. The two real areas, the first is in the SIP trunking area, being able to actually move into the NEC channel in a much more significant way. And then secondarily, in our acquisition of Brightlink in December, it really brought the carrier services options to service, as well as a new white label and private label solutions for the NetSapiens community as well.
Okay, I know business messaging has been a key for the telecommunications sector. Could you talk a little bit about Simply Connect?
Absolutely. So not only do we offer SMS natively on the network and MMS services, but also Simply Connect is an application which allows small and medium businesses all the way up to the enterprise via API connections to be able to have an application that will operate all of their business messaging needs in both a one-to-many and a many-to-one factor, so that way you can have one phone number and 17 different departments being handled off of that and enable any landline in the country, even if it's not on your network already, to be able to deploy it. So it's really exciting, and we're really trying to tap into that growth space. If you think about UCaaS today, it's about 18 to 20% growth is what we're still seeing annually, but business messaging is growing at 38 to 40. So it's double what we're seeing on the UCaaS space. So we're really excited about the application and being able to provide that niche to both the small business and the medium business owner.
Question I get all the time, what the heck is a full stack provider?
That's a great question. So, we always talk about full stack developers and code and kind of how all of that works, and the word full stack is being thrown around. In our world, we actually talk about it in terms of we have the network infrastructure, and in our case, we actually have two different origination networks. So that means that if there's an outage in one area, we can port over, so it allows for redundancy within the origination network, highly unusual. But then all the way up to our own applications, our own development team, being able to bring those UCaaS and SIP trunking innovations to the market, but then also being able to go all the way up to API and then actual final applications on the desktop, Simply Connect, IP fax, auto attendant IVR on the cloud, being able to have those functions all the way through. So all the way from network, minutes, numbers, all the way through to the final stack, which is actually the part on the desktop.
Sounds like a really cool kind of formula that really has paid off for you guys. I know, for example, 40% growth over 4 years. How do you attribute that, and how is it managing that family?
So it's wonderful, obviously. You always want more growth than less, and really it's been very heartening to have such a strong team to be able to drive the activity throughout the time, and you can only grow that quickly if the team is actually engaging the channel in such a way. With Corey's leadership on the channel side, being able to drive that activity, and then Anthony being able to really drive as the director of sales as well. Fantastic work that they've done, be able to bring in that entire group. And then now with the advent of bringing on the Brightlink team, we have a lot of additional wonderful people that have been able to really contribute to our growth, both from an innovation perspective as well as to actual revenue.
Now, obviously, NUSO's had a really great presence here at Channel Partners, but for people that couldn't be here, where can they get more resources online?
www.nuso.cloud, nuso.cloud, and NUSO means, if anybody wants to know, naked or transparent in Esperanto. Just you go to the website. You'll want to understand why.
Okay, well, there you go. So be sure to check that out online. And, of course, thank you so much for the time, Matt.
Thanks, Brady.
All right, and live from Channel Partners on behalf of NUSO and, of course, ChannelVision Magazine, this has been CVTV.